Hello everybody, I'm Urvashi, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about the retrograde motion of Jupiter in transit from the 10th of April 2019 to the 11th of August 2019. So this is a retrograde motion of Jupiter for 4 months, and I'm going to be also touching all the ascendants and just trying to familiarize you with the kind of an impact that this may have on your ascendant, or this may have on your life as well for each one of us. So before I start, for all those who haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe and remember to tap the bell icon. Only then will you receive any kind of a notification for any uploads that I do. So let's see what's Jupiter and what's retrogradation. We all know, most of us know what Jupiter is. Jupiter is the blessing in our life. It's the good luck or the luck factor in our life. Jupiter is the planet for abundance, for expansion, for growth. If we see the natural zodiac, then Jupiter signifies the second house of wealth, the 11th house of our ambitions and desires, our long-term dreams, desires, ambitions that we have, or the house of gains, like we like to call it. The 5th house of children, creativity, past life karmas. The 9th house of, again, luck, higher education, teachers, gurus, foreign travel, long distance travel, pilgrimages. So Jupiter is the natural significator of all these 4 houses in our charts. And Jupiter naturally also signifies a husband for a female. Children also, like we said, the 5th house. It's the planet of joy. It's the one planet that signifies both spirituality and materialistic wealth. So that is why it's called one of the biggest benefics, because even though Venus too is a significator of wealth, it is Jupiter that signifies both spirituality as well as wealth. So this is one of the most important planets. It signifies growth, abundance, prosperity, happiness, joy, and the placement of Jupiter is extremely important in our charts. I've already done a video on retrograde Jupiter in a birth chart and what it means on a general level. So the kind of a personality we can expect from a retrograde Jupiter in a natal chart. So I'm going to give the link in the description below. If you'd like to go through that video, you can do that. So from the 10th of April, Jupiter is going to be retrograde. Now, what do we mean by retrograde? Retrograde means going in the opposite direction, going backwards. In Hindi, do call it vakri, and vakri means something that is not straight, something that is little crooked. So if you watch that video that I've made on how a personality is when a Jupiter is retrograde in a natal chart, you will understand that such people naturally do not feel very lucky. Those tasks that are easily done by other people with a retrograde Jupiter may find those tasks a little too difficult, and tasks that other people give up on. So these retrograde Jupiter people find those tasks easy to handle. So for them, luck works the other way around. Things that other people find easy, they may not feel very lucky about those things, and things that other people find difficult, these people will be able to do those tasks easily. Also, retrograde Jupiter, retrograde energy is an energy of internalization. So as many planets as you have that are retrograde in your birth chart would also signify you're more of a thinker. You tend to internalize a lot of things in your life. You don't externalize that energy too much. So when Jupiter goes retrograde in transit, we all will tend to internalize a lot of things. We usually want to see things happening for ourselves. We usually want things to happen for us. We usually want the luck factor to work for us. But when Jupiter goes retrograde, sometimes we need to create luck for ourselves. Sometimes things that we want to go on a certain track may not go that way. So things may tend to go in the opposite direction. Things may not work out the way you may want them to when Jupiter is retrograde. And so then what happens? Then you got to make things go your way. You got to act. You got to make luck for yourself, or you got to create things for yourself. So Jupiter is a blessing. It creates things. Jupiter is the planet of creation. Jupiter can be equated with Brahma. So Jupiter creates. If Jupiter blesses a house, the house of marriage, so the marriage happens. We all know that in a double transit, that's how we see it, Jupiter and Saturn. So Jupiter creates things. Jupiter brings people together. And but when things are not happening, when Jupiter goes retrograde and things are not happening, then we are supposed to be creating things for ourselves. So I once read a very nice article on retrograde Jupiter. I wish I knew the name of the author. I would have liked to share it with you, but I'll just explain the gist of the article. So it was something like, if you're standing at a pastry shop and you really want to have that pastry, but it's a weekend, it's a Saturday night, and it's a little late in the evening and the shop is closed, and you really want to have that pastry, but you're not able to have it because the shop is closed and you cannot wait till Monday morning. So what do? You probably go online and you find the recipe for that pastry and you bake it at home, and then you quickly have it. So that is a Jupiter gone retrograde. When things are not happening for you, you will learn to create those things for yourself. So by the time Monday morning comes, you're not waiting for the shop to open. You're not waiting for the thing to be available to you. You've already created that thing for yourself. So that is a retrograde Jupiter happening. So very simply, I would like to say, this is the time that you internalize things, that there could be situations, whatever in your life seems not to be working out. It's time to think about it. And it's time where you will find alternate solutions, where you will know that maybe this thing is not supposed to happen for you, where something else is your fate, where something else is your destiny. There could be something else that is stored for you that will prove to be better for you. And it is in these retrograde times, time periods when Jupiter is retrograde, because this is wisdom. Jupiter is also wisdom. So when you tend to internalize things more and you tend to connect with your thoughts more, then you will come up with a solution that will prove to be more workable for you. And then you probably will be on track. Once Jupiter goes direct, you will start applying that new, whatever decisions you've come up with, new ideas that you've come up with, you'll start applying them to your life and you will create things for yourself. But the internalization of energy, the search on YouTube, like I said, you search for the recipe and then you create it, you make it for yourself. So the creation part will come when Jupiter goes direct. But searching for the recipe, getting the ingredients together, planning that thing happens when Jupiter is retrograde. So now when Jupiter goes retrograde, whatever is not working out for you, in one sentence I'd like to sum it up. Whatever is not working out for you, it's time to think about it and you will come up with the right solution. Especially now, since Jupiter is going to start its retrograde motion in Sagittarius, which is Jupiter's own sign, its Mool Trikon sign. Jupiter is going to be very strong. Mula is the 19th nakshatra. Mula here, Sagittarius sign, also signifies our father, our guru, traditions, values, wisdom, knowledge, higher learning. And from there, Jupiter starts its retrograde motion back into Scorpio, will suggest a transformation in our lives. So I did mention that in that video. You can go back, watch that video. I'll give that link of that video. I'll try and give it up here and I'll give it in the description below as well. So you can watch that video and you'll know what I'm saying in that video is you got to connect with your guru, you got to take your advice, and you got to go back and work on those specific areas in your life wherever things are stalled, wherever you're not getting results. So it could be regarding the second house of wealth, the 11th house of gains, the 5th house of children, love affairs, creativity, the 9th house of luck, travel, education, both the houses, 5th, 9th of education, about your spouse, about abundance, about growth, about expansion, about good luck. So it could be about any of this. But again, I'm going to be just touching the ascendants and talking about the specific houses that Jupiter rules and a few things that could be stalled in life that you may be changing your decisions about. So for Aries, it's the 9th and the 12th house. So this could be long distance travel, this could be education, this could be spirituality, your father, this could be going for some kind of healing, going for some healing process. If you're not well, you may be going to a hospital or you may be deciding to go in for some kind of a treatment. This could be a relocation abroad. This could be just simply spirituality. So things related to these factors, this could be an opportunity that you've been waiting for in life, So things related to these factors that you're not getting results about, you may, during this transit, you may come up with alternative solutions. You could come up with some kind of alternative medicine, alternative healing technique that may help heal you. So this could be a psychological healing. This could be a healing of the soul more than a healing of the body. And you may find a guru, a teacher that may help you heal from the inside. It could be related to education, and you may suddenly, during this point of time, realize maybe you're not getting admission into the right kind of a course. Maybe you've been wanting to take up some kind of a study and you're not getting admission into something like that. So during these 4 months, you may realize that you've been chasing the wrong goals, and you may come up with an alternative plan that may be more suitable to your destiny or your fate. So this is actually about the 9th and the 12th house for you, Aries. For Taurus, this is the 8th and the 11th house. So this could be about gains, long-term ambitions. This could be relationships. Even a marriage is also seen from the 11th house. Any ambition that you have, long-term dreams, desires, ambitions, could be that. Could be your relation with your in-laws. Maybe you're not able to sort out things with your in-laws. Could be any inheritances that you've been chasing for a while, and you may realize there's an alternative way to work things out, Could be a chronic health issue that you've known that you've had, and you don't know how to deal with it, and something that's been bothering you. Could be a psychological issue that you just don't know how to deal with. And there could be somebody that you meet now that could help you sort those things out. So could be your spouse, like I said, your relationship with your spouse, on how to improve your relation, because the 8th house is also seen for the kind of a relationship you will have with your spouse. So could be regarding all of this. So for Gemini, this could be because Jupiter rules your 7th house and your 10th house. So this could be anything related to your marriage, your business partners, your profession, your status, and your daily routine, because the sign of Scorpio falls in the 8th house. So the change has to be done in your daily routine regarding your relationship with your business partners or your spouse, or your performance, the status that you're expecting, and you probably may feel that you're not getting that status, you're not getting the promotion that you should be getting, you're not getting the recognition that you should be getting. And during this retrogression, it may just dawn on you that there are going to be certain changes that are required of you in your daily routine to achieve what you want to achieve. So could be that. Talking about Cancer, so Sagittarius falls in your 6th house, and Pisces falls in your 9th house. And Scorpio, of course, falls in your 5th house. So this could be related to education, related to your teachers, your gurus, foreign travel, a pilgrimage, moving abroad. And also this could be your daily routine. This could be your workplace. There could be changes, or there could be some frustrations regarding your workplace. You may not feel very satisfied with the way things are going in your workplace. And what are the changes that you got to make? You may have to bring about certain changes in your education, in your behavior, in your creativity, because Jupiter is going back to Scorpio in the 5th house. Scorpio is a 5th house, so it's going to go retrograde from Sagittarius to Scorpio. Changes have to be made in the house of Scorpio, in the 5th house, related to the 6th and the 9th house. So there could be situations which are in flux, situations which are changing, situations which you're not happy, they're not going in your favor, and you may just have to bring about certain attitudinal changes, or you may have to bring about changes related to your thinking, your attitude, your behavior, your learning, your education. So it could be that for Cancer. For Leo, so here Jupiter rules your 5th house and your 8th house, again your education, your children, your creativity, your love affairs. So that is where the dissatisfaction could be, your relationship with your spouse, because the 8th house is the house where you see the growth of marriage. So it could be you are in a marriage, you are married, but the routine is not very good. You're not very happy with the married life. So it could be that you're expecting certain changes regarding these areas of your life, and but things are not happening the way you want them to happen. So during this transit, that wisdom may just dawn on you, and you may just realize there is a certain different way of going about things. This could be regarding a hidden relationship, a secret love affair. This could be regarding some inheritance or some insurance that you're expecting from somewhere, and things are just not happening, and you may realize there's a different way of going about things. The way you've expected things are not happening that way, and there's a different route you should be applying for getting what you want, or destiny has something else in store for you, or this relationship, this secret relationship is just not right for you. Then if you talk about Virgo, so this is your 4th, Sagittarius is your 4th house, and Pisces is your 7th house. So this could be your home, your family, your mother, your spouse, your business partnerships, your business, your vehicles, a property related matter, something related to this that is not going right for you. And there could be changes that are required. There could be certain communication that you got to do, maybe. So this could be a litigation related to a property, because the 4th house is property, and Jupiter going retrograde from there to the 3rd house. So there could be certain communication that is expected of you, that you should be doing, maybe communicating with your siblings, with your brothers, sisters, and getting things sorted out regarding the 4th house. Way of doing things is not the way destiny expects things from you. Maybe you need to do things in a different way, and this is the time when that wisdom may just dawn on you. It could be your relationship, your marriage, your spouse, because the 3rd house and the 7th house, of course, the houses of marriage as well, because the 3rd house is the 9th from the 7th. It's the dharma of marriage. It's the dharma of your relationship. So maybe it's not going right, and you need to change the dynamics of your relationship a little bit. So that may just come to you during this transit. That wisdom may just dawn on you when you internalize, when you think about these matters. Then let's talk about Libra. So for Libra, this is your 3rd house, because Jupiter rules your 3rd house and your 6th house. And Jupiter is currently transiting in your 2nd house. So this could be regarding your daily routine, your workplace. This could be your siblings. This could be some litigation related to your siblings. Things are not going your way. And this is happening also in your 2nd house of wealth. So there could be something related to wealth, litigation, siblings, daily routine, health issues, communication that's not going right. And maybe you need to reflect on these things a little bit, and maybe that wisdom is going to dawn on you, and maybe you're going to come up with a different way of dealing with things, a different way of dealing with the situation. Maybe you're going to sit with your family and talk things out. Maybe this is the right time to deal with these things in life. Things of the 3rd and the 6th house. Could be health, could be litigation, could be your daily routine, your workplace, your friends, your neighbors, your siblings, your communication, your short distance travel, your family. There are changes that you may have to make regarding these issues in life. Then let's talk about Scorpio. So for Scorpio, Jupiter rules your 2nd and your 5th house. Again, your family, your children, your wealth, your creativity. So all those things could be in a state of flux. Certain changes that you want are not happening for you. So you may right now, Scorpio, be making changes in your own personality, because Jupiter is going retrograde into the sign of Scorpio, which is your ascendant sign. You may have to make changes in your own personality and learn to deal with things of these 2 houses, of the 2nd and the 5th house, in a different way. You may come up with a solution yourself. You may be thinking about why are there wealth issues in your life. Why isn't the wealth coming in the way it should be? You're making the right kind of an effort, but you're still not getting the right kind of results. So maybe you need to make changes regarding the way you deal with other people, the way you behave with other people. The 5th house is your behavior, your creativity. Maybe the anger issues. If the 5th house is afflicted, there could be anger issues. Maybe you have bad relationships within your family. So the changes will have to come in your own personality, because Scorpio is where Jupiter is currently transiting, and it's going to come back to Scorpio again. The changes have to be right now made in your own personality. And so the wisdom will come to you during this transit about whatever these 2 houses are ruling regarding the 2nd and the 5th house. Then let's talk about Sagittarius. So this is the ascendant in the 4th house. So this is yourself, your health, your family, your home that could be bothering you. And if it's your health, maybe it's going for healing. Maybe it's visiting the hospital. Maybe it's something that you've been avoiding. Maybe it's your peace in your subconscious that you need to, get in order to be happy at home. Maybe it's the peace at home that is disturbed. Maybe it's property, vehicles that could be bothering you. So the change has to be done in the 12th house, because Jupiter is transiting back towards the sign of Scorpio, which is your 12th house. So the change could be healing in a hospital. The change could be healing inside. Since Jupiter is transiting currently in the 12th house, so the transformation is done in the health area. So this is one transit where you may just gain some wisdom about how to get more peace in your life, how to get more happiness and more health in your life. So for Capricorn ascendant, Jupiter rules your 12th house and your 3rd house. So both the houses of travel, long distance travel, going away from home, moving to a foreign country, settling down abroad, hospitals, communication, your subconscious expenditures, your relationship with your siblings. So all that is ruled by Jupiter in your chart. And there could be a major issue that you've been facing regarding these two houses. And there now is the time when Jupiter goes retrograde that you start thinking about your attitude or your plan of action towards these things. And maybe you come up with something that is more suitable to these houses, that gives you results. You come up with a different plan that gives you some kind of a positive result. So you would be introspecting more, you would be thinking more about the actions you've taken regarding these issues in your life, regarding your expenditure, your relationship with your siblings, or moving abroad, or being able to settle down properly if you already moved abroad and you're not very well settled. So you could be thinking about those issues now, and you may come up with the right solution regarding your problems, or regarding some hospital treatments that you've gone through. So in this transit, during this transit, you could be sorting out issues regarding or related to these two houses. Then if we see Aquarius, Jupiter rules both the 11th and the 2nd house. The houses of wealth, the houses of family, ambition, desires, dream, long-term, ambitions. And so maybe you've always felt that you're not able to achieve your ambition or able to achieve your dreams haven't come true, or you don't have the salary that you want, or you don't have the bank balance that you've always craved for. So now during this transit, you probably will come up with certain ideas if you spend time with yourself, if you take advice from your guru, your teacher, because like I said, Jupiter goes retrograde in the nakshatra of Mula. And Mula is the nakshatra that shows going deep towards the roots of everything. And Mula, being the 19th nakshatra, also shows our guru, our teacher, and our father, the traditions and the learnings we've learned from them. So maybe you come up with certain solutions after talking to them that help you grow your wealth, that help you move towards your dreams and ambitions, that help you improve your relationship with your family. Then for Pisces, this is your 10th house and your 1st house. This could be status, this could be position, this could be your profession, this could be your relationship to your boss that has been bothering you. And you may have to, at this point of time, evolve in your philosophy. The change could be in your philosophy. You may have to bring certain changes in your attitude, in your relationship with your boss, in your own personality. That could help you move towards the dream job or the dream status or the dream position that you want for yourself, or help you achieve your dreams where name and status and fame are concerned. So Jupiter going retrograde is all about us considering the houses that Jupiter rules and also the natural significations of Jupiter. And it's time we consider our previous plan of action. It's time we evolve in our wisdom a little bit and we think about what our plan of action has been regarding our ambitions, regarding our wealth, regarding the luck factor in our life, regarding achieving our long-term ambitions, because Jupiter also signifies the 11th house. So whatever your ambitions have been in life or are in life, if you're not achieving them, it's time to reconsider your action, your attitude, your karma, your behavior towards achieving those goals, towards that increase in wealth. So it signifies these houses, and it also signifies the houses it rules in your chart. So that is where the change has to come. And the change should come internally. It's when you start thinking about what your plan of action has been towards the things you want to achieve regarding those houses. And then maybe you come up with a certain solution that is different from what you're currently doing. So maybe you need to change your path. Maybe you need to change your profession. Maybe you need to change your attitude. Maybe you need to evolve mentally and spiritually. So this transit is all about thinking, all about evolving, all about internalizing, not bringing changes practically. The changes we will bring practically when Jupiter goes direct. Then we will put our thoughts to action. But during this transit, it's all about internalizing and thinking about why we are not where we want to be, why we have not achieved the significations of Jupiter or the houses that Jupiter rules in our lives. What are those things that we want to achieve regarding those houses, and what is our plan of action, and are we right, or do we have to have another plan of action? Do we need to change our plan of action? So that is what this transit is about. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.